Hello, hello, hi, hello, yalla, it's just me. It is I. Small Tandi, you're on the internet, and I am back. I'm back, you guys. I am not in my usual location because I don't have lights at my house. Had to come to my aunt's so I can get some work done. I'm like, oh, well, that stuff is still in the oven. Let me sit down and talk to these people about this because I've been putting it off. So I asked on my socials, on my Instagram and my WhatsApp, I wanted to post this before September because wedding season, like the festivities of it all, really like hits off from September, which is spring for us in South Africa, all the way, and then summer comes through all the way till, you know, the early parts of the year. But anyway, I wanted to have this discussion going into the festive season just so we can help each other, so we can have this conversation and see each other through. I made a list. Some people answered. Oh, what did I ask? Sorry. By the way, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Thank you. And thank you for joining me if it's your first time. Do like, comment, share, subscribe. Let your people know about me. I would love to grow my channel. We need to talk as black people who like to support black-owned businesses, small black-owned businesses, home-based businesses, or small batch, whatever. But black people who want to support other black people, you guys have some grievances. I asked on my socials, some people responded. I think some people were just too shy because they've dealt with me in a professional capacity and maybe they don't want me to feel any which type of way. So I didn't get a lot of responses from people I've dealt with in my work. But I did get people in my own life telling me that work on this, fix that, this is what I've dealt with. And I think I'm gonna break up the video into two parts. We're gonna do the first part where we talk about the customer's point of view. You guys have a lot of issues that you deal with when you have to deal with a black-owned business, and I know it's hard for a lot of black people as a black person, because I'm aware that a lot of you mean well. You want to support us, you want us to do well and all of that, and we appreciate that. So I figure, let me do like a 101, like, you know, how to deal with people as a small business owner, you know, some business 101 etiquette. Not that I know the answers, just that this is the stuff people gave me. People are saying these things bother us that you guys do, and I made sure to make notes. These are not my ideas. Okay, I'm just saying. This is the thing that a lot of people complain about, us not posting prices on our social medias. Like, if you're gonna post a dress, you have an Instagram boutique or whatever it is you're going on, shoes, whatever, people don't want to keep asking you how much, okay? People don't want to keep asking that, especially if it's not bespoke work. You can just tell us how much the dress is. If it's something custom things will always have a custom price. That's why sometimes those of you who are bothered by this, that's why you won't see us post a lot of prices for certain things. And then some content is also evergreen. I think that's the term that they use. If I want that content to stay there for eons and eons, that price is not going to apply 3 years from now. I can't go back and edit that and edit everything else, because you're gonna be like, no, but this is what you said on your post. You say that it's this much, and it's like, yeah, but that was 7 months ago. A lot has happened since 7 months ago. So that's why you guys see some of that. But for people who know that they are not selling anything that's custom, I also don't understand why you can't just say how much the dress is. Or the shoes are, the bag, whatever it is that you do. But that's something that you guys were complaining about. The other thing, this is the second point now, we apparently are not texting people back and calling people back in a timely fashion, and this is bothersome, understandably so. People text us, they ask us about things. Hey, how much is this? Hey, can you take this order? Hey, are you able to make this dress for me? And then you just don't text the person back, and sometimes we even leave them on red. Like, we open the text messages and we don't text them back. My solution for that would be, and it doesn't always work because people want to be attended to. Nobody likes to be kept, like nobody enjoys when they kept waiting. So the automated messages on like WhatsApps and the other social media platforms that have injected a a business element into what the platform offers. Those things help. The messages that prompt people to, you know, ask the right questions or essentially get the answers they need without having to talk to you directly. So take time to work on those things. Take time to type out those messages and have those things in place. Have policies in place that people can get a hold of. If you're only doing your communication with people on certain days, because I had this issue before I had assistants, I would be in my kitchen from like Wednesday all throughout the weekend, and I wasn't able to be on my phone. So for a while, my automated text reply would be that leave these details, I'm only able to get back online on this day, and then I'll text everybody back. But what ended up happening was that I'd miss out on a lot of orders for the early days of the week. If somebody's texting me on a Saturday and they would like some cupcakes for Monday or for Tuesday, I wouldn't see that. I wouldn't see that at the weekend because I'm busy cleaning up and getting orders out and stuff. Then when I sit on Monday and Tuesday, which were my admin days, I'm like, oh my god, this person needed these cupcakes for school for today. So I would create the time, right? If it's an hour in the morning or 2 hours in the morning that you give yourself when you get up to text people back and let people know that these are the hours that I'll be chatting to everybody. If you're not finding me at these hours, leave a text, leave as much information as possible, ask for the information that you know you're gonna need, so that people aren't waiting for you. There goes my alarm for me to check on this oven. It's not as... Somebody texted me this. I asked them to come back to me to just clarify what it is they meant by this, but they said we need to go a little extra to make our people feel appreciated. I get it, I suppose, but the person's busy. I know them personally, so I know how busy they get. So I was like, if you're able, if you have the time, do find the time to. So I'm gonna figure out what it is they meant by this, but I suppose it's like attention to detail type things, right? And it's things like, especially if somebody's a returning customer, being polite, like remembering names, remembering certain things about them, like this person doesn't like bright colors. I remember things like that. I also remember what we did the last time, or I try to. You have systems in place, you have invoicing, you have chat history, you have all of that. So try not to ask people over and over. Don't ask for information that you could otherwise just go and find, because then that means that you're attentive to me, right? Like, you remember I matter to you, I am part of this thing that you're building and growing here, and you are appreciative of the fact that I am choosing your business to support, because plenty of other people probably sell what you sell, and I'm like, let me give this chick a chance, you know? So I think for me, that stuff is important. Remembering people's names, remembering the cakes we worked on previously, remembering what, you know, the person's child was into a year ago. Do we need to tweak anything? I'm also, I guess it's the line of work that I'm in. I try to, because sometimes when people come to you, I make cakes. So I'm like, and they're like, oh yeah, I want a cake for my daughter and she's turning a year. I always advise against things like character cakes, right? And I think people, when you give them things to work with, things that they didn't consider, and because this is not their field, they don't work in the space, this is something that they wouldn't think about. When you do that for them, when you give them a lot of things to work with, where it's not just like, that's what she says she wants this, I'm just gonna do that, and you don't go the extra mile to advise them as to, don't do, suggest things, do this way. In my experience, this is what I've learned. Like, take your time with a person. Don't just don't have sort of like a generic form of communication for each person, because they're not all the same. They're gonna have different requirements. So meet them where they are. The reason I don't, spending time with the person as a person and not just another number on the long list of clientele, but like, because that's not our reality as small black-owned businesses, we generally know the people that we're dealing with, right? Or they know somebody that we know. These are not, they're not numbers. You're not a big organization where it's like dash 55 whatever, so you can afford to see people and like really get to hear them and where it is that they're coming from. And it's hard, given that kind of like special touch kind of treatment takes a lot of time, which is why texting back in a timely fashion can sometimes be consuming, because everybody requires your time and attention, attentiveness, all of that stuff, right? So I get it. Oh my god, I'm lingering. Okay, ooh, one of my friends hates this one. Yo, she hates this. She doesn't like pet names. Stop calling them Han. Some of them don't like it. Stop. Like, you're not even my people's. Like I just texted you, hey, how much is your black soap? Oh, hey, babe. Hey, Han. Oh my god, it's too fit. Like, no. These are my names. Use my names or ask for my names. I don't know why you wouldn't give your names. That's another thing you don't do, guys, which I'll talk about in the next video. But that's the thing that you guys don't do. But the pet names, people don't like them, right? Use people's titles or use their names. Whatever it is that they gave you or they didn't give you something, ask for it. Obviously, if you've like developed some kind of relationship and there's a rapport sort or whatever, you can, you know, read the fucking room. Oh my god, I almost got through the whole video without saying one bad word. You guys, I'm doing great. I'm doing amazing. I don't care who says what, because I'm working on my swearing. My friends have all said, we can't watch the videos, you swear all the time. Well, my one friend who doesn't swear, the rest of them are heathens like me, so it's fine. That's what the people are saying. And then there's also the issue of just quality products and good service overall. Somebody else said that sometimes the products just don't be good. The products just don't be good. They be not good. They be bad. Bad because not good. You know, I don't know what to say. I've had to deal with people coming to me complaining about a previous person's work, and it's not always in the same space of what I'm doing. Well, in the same industry, yes, but it's not always cakes. In fact, most times it's not cakes. I don't encounter a lot of people who want to come and badmouth another person who offers the exact same service. It's usually somebody who does decor or a photographer, so in the same space of event planning and things like that, which is where I exist. So sometimes the work is just not good, right? That's a thing people wanted to complain about. But like is teachy all the time, like yeah, something like that. Like, you don't be lining the clothes. Yo, guys, people are complaining about batwaroka. Yo, batwaroka. Guys, I remember my best friend and her sisters. I can't remember what this event was for the life of me. I think it was it a tomb unveiling for their grandmother? And they obviously were getting like matching sets and what have you. They literally had to wait on this person, like, but this person knew months ahead of time. Person knew that right? I mean, I'm not saying us cake girlies don't do it, but Batoruga, they take it, Shen. Everybody's complaining about you. I'm not saying we don't have problems, me and my people, but and then the work don't even be that good. It'd be shoddy and stuff, like ill-fitting and everything. Can we work on that? And the cake girlies, there's no reason for the shit to taste disgusting. You know, there's actually no reason. You could just go use quality ingredients and cost your things properly and charge people for what it is they want to eat. Like, bespoke work means people don't need to be acting like, there's no need for things to be ugly or disgusting. There's actually no need. You could just do better. Like, anyway, I'm gonna check on that one again. Yes, I want to check on the oven. Yeah, the next point on here, I wasn't even counting anymore. It's 6, I think. overpricing, and I suppose it goes hand in hand with the issue of quality. It's like, why are you pricing this at this amount when like the quality and the price aren't matching? I actually saw, I cannot remember who covered this, so Mizi talking about the fact that he's actually gotten to a point where he sends relatives when he needs work done, because the moment they see his name, they just inflate the price because they like, he can afford it. We look people up and down and we're like, oh yeah, this one I'm just, do you know, I face this issue a lot, mostly when I deal with artisans. Why don't you have an actual price for how much you charge to fix a light, or whatever welding, if I need a frame made for, or a cake stand made? Why is there no, I mean, I get that the work can be very specific and very bespoke, but it's like, say I need like a circuit breaker thing, like why are electricians disgusting? Like I need that answer. Why are they the way that they are? I'm at my ends when I tell you my head, none of it makes sense to me. No, and they do it. Like the tiling guy, the ceiling guy, the roofing guy, the plastering guy, the guy, they just, oh my goodness. Oh Lord, be offense, Mudimu, ever stop nonsense. Please stop the bullshit. Like I cannot. Yo, can you guys tell I'm at my ends with this shit? I've got like an electrical problem as we speak, and I've had it for over, like, no. The other thing is they just can't say that I don't know how to fix that thing, right? I find that the overpricing happens a lot with that kind of work, right? Because my home is not gonna look like your home, right? The size of my room is not gonna require as much tiling as the size of the room in your home. Perhaps they are the same size or whatever, but maybe it's a different tile and this one is tricky, or it's not tricky, or I'm more experienced now, my work is like, you know, better, the finish on it is, you know, polished, the tiles sit flush, everything is perfect. I'm obviously gonna charge you more because I've put in the work, right? You need to now pay me for my expertise if you like, or you can go get the guy that's gonna have your tile work all janky and lopsided, and this tile is like that and it's like that. But the point is, the overpricing, can we get to a point where we can standardize things? This is, I understand, again, we're back to the bespoke work stuff. If somebody wants something very specific to, like, things like toppers, in my instance, like cake toppers, I order those from other people who cut acrylic and things like that. So I'm like, hey, how much can you make this for? And they're like, what's the size of the cake? Then I tell them, and they're like, okay, that's gonna be an A4 size, it's this much, right? So to a person who maybe just recently dealt with me, or knows that I did a cake topper for somebody else for X amount, to you it feels like it's a ripoff. So I like to just screenshot those conversations. Like if I'm talking to the printers and this is what they said and you feel like I'm cheating you, I'll just send it to you so that you can see, because sometimes you're not being cheated. You're looking for very specific things, and that has a hefty price tag on it. Okay, those of us who go on Instagram and look at the big backdrops with all the many different balloons and we want that full look and stuff, the many balloons, many monies. Okay, loads of monies. But the quality, the overpricing, those two go hand in hand. And then yeah, the last point, that's the same. Y'all be scammers, sorry. And scamming has like its levels to the shit, right? Like scamming is not scamming, you scammers. Yeah, they say we're scamming you guys. I don't know what to tell you. Y'all scamming. I'm sorry. And it's levels to the shit. Like, scamming is not just, obviously there's scammers who are just like, I'm selling this. And then like, they take your monies and then you just never get the thing and they change their numbers and you can't find them. Obviously, don't do that on account of it's criminal activity, jail. but it's South Africa, nobody gets arrested here. But you can come here if you want to do crime. That's just what it feels like sometimes. Do you want to do crime? Do you like crime? Do you know where you could go to do a little crime? But then there's I have this point under dishonesty, actually, right? Sometimes I've seen this. Oh my God, I don't know how to say this. I've seen somebody post work that wasn't theirs in the same fields as me, and I knew their skill set wasn't there yet, right? So it's one thing for you to be starting out and you don't have a catalog, you don't have pictures, especially when you're dealing in an industry where pictures are how people communicate, right? Like, let me see your work. And you don't have those pictures yet because you just haven't been doing it long enough. Don't be going to take things off the internet, people, and sending it to people, or posting another person's work that's like not yours, or telling people that you can recreate a look for less, right? They come to Didi, I say this is the price of the cake, and they're like, oh my God, can you do this? Let the person know my skill level is not here yet, okay? It's not here. I can give it a try if you'd like, and that's probably why I can do it for less. They'll probably still go with you, but you'll at least have managed those expectations, right? It's not a sale worth making if you're gonna lose the client in the long haul. It's just not worth it. Like, you want to retain. If nothing else, that's what you want to do. Those relationships are important. It's how the business stays alive, blah, 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 blah. But you'll be lying, you'll be scamming. You guys say you've posted packages you haven't posted. I'm like, hey, the dress I ordered, I need it for this weekend. Have you sent it out yet? I don't have a notification from the courier services that the stuff is gonna be here. You're like, yeah, I totally sent it. Meantime, whole time, you're looking at the dress. You are looking at the dress I ordered. It's sitting right there, and you're like, yeah, totally on. What are you talking about? You'll just be lying. Please stop lying. Oh my God, I wish you would stop lying. I'm so sorry. I wish you guys would just communicate things. I wish you'd just be like, you know what? This is what happened. This is where we are. This is the solution. You would rather that and have somebody be mad that things aren't going according to plan than just lie. Why are you guys lying? Please stop lying. Oh my God. The lies get, yo, get this is Didi, do plakela now, get fita. You be the triangle, like, girl, what? Meantime, you're talking about the triangle. Like, no, why are you saying this? Why are you like, I'm not your little girlfriend. You don't need to lie to me about this. Like, ugh. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just, I'm right. But anyway, you guys, that's it. That's what my people gave me. If you didn't, I need you guys to come through for me in the comments with this one. It's gonna help a lot of people. I know commenting is like, but this one is gonna help you, where you have to deal with people like me. They're gonna come on here, they're gonna read the comments, they're gonna be like, they don't like when we call them babe and hun. Then they're just gonna be like, hi Miss D, how can I assist you? Okay, that's it. That's it. Thank you all so much. Bye.